All right, I got a great show. It's going to be a quick one, though. So today I'm going to show you how I embroider lace on tulle. You've seen me do this many, many times. So here's a dress that just came out of the washer. Don't you love a garment that can go in the wash and dryer? And that's what this is. You've seen me wear this. I'll probably wear it this weekend. I haven't checked the weather out yet. But seriously, this is a ponte knit with lace sleeves that I embroidered on tulle. So I'm going to show you how to do this with one of my designs and how to alter the Delilah pattern. So I will have a full blog post on this, but as you guys know from last week, my website's having a little bit of issues, and I didn't have time to fix it, although GoDaddy has been really good to me and calling me and helping me fix the updates, but I tried to transfer it to a faster server and I screwed up. My fault. I really don't think I screwed up because they couldn't figure it out either. I think there was a glitch. So who knows, but it'll be fixed next week sometime. But you can still go there. It's just really slow. So I thought I would show you a video on how to do this sleeve. So this is, oh, it looks great with orange, doesn't it? Oh, my word. This is a lace design that I inserted into the Delilah. And then I have this design here, which this one I will actually upload a pattern for you so you could use this, but I can at least show you how I did it for those of you that want to get started because your lace designs went out the door yesterday. I'm so excited, and then more went out today. Oh, I do have an echo? Oh, sorry guys, hold on a second. Echo gone? Some of you guys say it's good. Some of you guys say the echo's there and echo not. Okay, Susie says it's gone. Thanks, Susie. Christina from Drury, Illinois. Yeah, well, my mom is in Illinois, and she told me that the weather's going to get really icky. But right now, it's super sunny in Michigan, and I'm loving it. So, by the way, I was finishing moving the last of my stash from the old building. They rented the space out, so I had to get the rest of my stuff out. Yes, I know. It's been about 9 months, yes. And I have functioned completely fine without the other 2 truckloads of stuff we had to bring over. So now I have 100 bins to go through, maybe 200, maybe more. But Win is awesome. He helped me label them, stuff the bins, they moved it. They're all downstairs in storage. I don't even know they're here. Except I have a few things around here I have to clean up now. Now there's a few boxes and stuff. And since I'm turning OCD on everybody, I want the place to be so clean, so I didn't want a bunch of clutter. So it's downstairs in bins. And I just uploaded a bunch of fabric, by the way. Some new stuff that I just got in and some other stuff. It's on the website. But this was a cool thing I found, and you might like this for a tip. Years ago, I mean, I'm talking years ago where I would have remembered that I did this. I was working on a pattern, and I was comparing some of the different sleeve patterns. So I had my assistant cut out a sleeve pattern, and I had her do a few different ones so then I could lay them on top of each other. And we're all trying to find, like some of you trace the patterns, some of you like to use the heavyweight pattern, some of you use cardstock, whatever. I hang mine, as you know that, but that's just 20-pound weight paper. You can see that over there. Oh, we'll go over there in a minute. You'll see it. But anyway, this is the stuff that you put in a garden. Yeah. So I could put it outside to prevent weeds, but I bought rolls of this. You can get this for so inexpensive. And then I just copied my pattern onto here. She labeled it, and I found a whole stack of these. This was from years ago when I was comparing different jacket sleeves from some of the home sewing patterns because I couldn't figure out how people were having such a difficult time fitting. And after I did this, I figured it out. Because for some reason, the sleeve cap on a lot of the jackets for the home sewers had like a 3-inch ease, which would be crazy to try to fit that. But we're not talking about sleeves today. We're talking about embroidery. Okay, Jane. Oh, hey, you're picking up your double cover stitch. Hey, nice job. They do have extra attachments for it, although I don't have any of those yet, so I might have to work on that. Can you iron it on flat? Can you iron this on flat? Well, this is really flat, by the way. but you could press it lightly. It's plastic. But the one I was showing you, these were found in the bottom of a bin. So these were wrinkled. So if you actually laid this out and cut on this, you'd be fine. You could hang it. And then I would probably roll it on a roller and it would have been fine. What do I call this stuff? Great for pattern paper. Hi, Irene. Great to see you. Yeah, it is transparent. Okay, so here's the thing. I saw somebody ask, what is this exactly? I'll go find some next week sometime because I know that Win is going to re-landscape the front of my building here. He planted a ton of roses. Isn't that awesome? And guess what? The bases are green, which means they're going to come back. I'm so excited about that. So this is what you put down, though, around it. Now, they have different weights. There's like 2 ounce, 3 ounce, 6 ounce. I'll have to figure out what weight I use. But if you go into Ace Hardware, that's where we bought it. Just feel the paper. If it's too thin, it won't work. We tried the too thin stuff, and that was wrinkly and icky. So I'll have to figure out what weight this is. But it is see-through, kind of. I'll bring it over to the table. But, all right. It would probably melt with an iron, Susan. But if you use a towel over it, then it would be fine. Yeah, there you go. With low heat and pressing cloth, you can iron it. Thank you, Karina. That's what I was trying to say. You read it. Angie says her thinking too. Exactly. Oh, Joyce said she bought her double cover stitch at the Atlanta Expo. Hey, that's right. I must have left before you bought it because I was in the booth there for a little bit. That's awesome. And yes, it's landscaping cloth, but there's a specific name and a specific weight. So I will figure that out before next week. But I just found it, or I would have gone to Ace Hardware this morning. So you guys, I'm going to try, if we don't get that echo, I'm going to try to bring you over to the cutting table because I have everything laid out over there to show you how I prep for this lace and what to do with the pattern. Okay? So bear with me for a second. See if I can do this. Technology. You know me, I'm always trying new crazy stuff. Okay, I can hear you. And hold on one second. Okay, can you hear me now? And is it echoey? I'll wait 1 sec because I don't want to like make you guys crazy if it's really loud. But I'm watching. Well, you guys have been shopping this week. Oh my goodness gracious. Teresa got a Brother Scan and Cut. Nice. Okay. Lynn, I see you have a question and I'll answer that in just a second. I want to make sure I'm not echoing. No echo? And you can hear me? Ah, Mary, thank you, thank you. All right, so, and Gertrude is sewing jeans today. I need to get on my jeans. But today is lace, and I'm packing for the Ohio show. So, okay, great. You guys can hear me. So let's go, and you can see me, right? I forgot to ask. All right. So we're going to walk around the studio a little bit, and you're going to have to excuse some of the mess because, like I said, it's just going to have to be this way. So I'm going to walk you over here. Let's see. You guys wanted to see what's going on here. This is that jacket that I did for It's So Easy. I saw somebody comment about that. This is quilted faux leather. Fun, right? Oh, and do you remember me telling you guys about this cabinet that I got from Mel down in Atlanta? You guys, he has more of these cabinets, and he's offering a really good deal. All you have to do is call him and say you saw it on my show, on the Facebook show, and he'll give you a deal. But the 6 needle fits on here, the 10 needle. But look, it's holding all my stabilizer now. I'm so organized. It also holds a Persona. So I think, I can't remember the exact price, but I want to say, don't quote me, but I want to say he was going to offer like $899 instead of like, it was almost $2,000 for that thing. So keep that in mind. It's Mel down in Atlanta. So if you need his number, just let me know. All right, so here we have the cutting table. I'm just going to see if I can switch this around. Maybe. I don't want to lose you, so. Nope. It's just going to stay like this. So can you guys see okay? Let's see if I can just bring this down. Just I better get my glasses. I can see your reactions, so that's good. There's just like a few little glitches on here, but all right, got it. I can see Janet said she's been watching my Craftsy classes. Thank you. You know, I went on Craftsy last night. They changed their whole website. It's really scary when I can't even find my own stuff. I was trying to get into classes, and I looked, and if you have a monthly membership, you cannot ask questions, which is kind of a bummer for you. But on the positive note, you can watch a ton of classes, right? Okay, let me see if I can just switch this around a little bit. Let's try. There we go. Okay. Let's see if I can just slide you down here. There. Now you guys can see, right? Got this lovely, make sure there's no lights shining. Perfect. All right. Yes, I have my DIY style mat here. I was actually just talking to Cindy yesterday, and those of you that are in the Fashion Sewing Club, she has something really exciting for you this month, and she's going to give it to me probably tomorrow. So keep an eye out on the section in the Fashion Sewing Club that's called Flash Sale. Okay. How's that? Steady. Okay, so what I have here is my mat. I mean, obviously my mat. This is the hoop that I'm going to use. Now, as I mentioned, you can use all the way down to a 5x7 hoop for most of those designs. And, well, for all the designs except for one. And you can actually use a 4x4 hoop for all the individual designs. But I'm going to use a bigger hoop here. And I'm going to show you why. Because if you can see on my sleeve here, this is almost even larger than this hoop right here. So I actually used the even larger hoop, but we'll just use this one for now. This will be fine. This is one design, and then I just kept adding it on the screen. So this is just one. So if you have a small hoop, you could just do one and then keep adding it. This here is one design. And I'll show you on my embroidery screen what this looks like. But basically, the one design is, there's one design that has both of these, that whole section here, and then you can have an individual one. So I kind of got creative because all these pieces can be separated. So I'll show you how I added it together, but now you can see what it looks like in the hoop. Okay? So let's go back to the tool, and I'm just going to show you the whole tutorial, and then I'll go back and look at your comments and questions because it's hard to do both. Multitasking isn't my forte today. So this is just some navy tulle fabric that I found at Joann's. I want to show you something on here. When you choose the tulle fabric that you're going to use, if you notice, this is the sideways. This is the grain line that goes sideways. Look at how it has a little bit of stretch. I usually like that to go from side to side across my arm, like this. So if I need to stretch it just a little bit to get it on my arm, I can do that. If I go this way, this is the long grain line, the long ways grain line, there's just a little bit of stretch. So this way is much more. Now, you don't want to have this where it's stretching too much because what can happen is you can actually rip this stuff. I don't know how close you can see on here, but see how this gets all nasty? Looks like a spider web. Whoa. Yeah, we don't want one of those. Okay. I'm just going to cut off a piece. What I usually do is I'll cut a piece bigger than I need. It's really hard to mark tulle fabric. So you guys have heard me say many times that I might use, actually this is bigger than the mat, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut. I usually mark my fabric to where the sleeve is going to be, but with tulle I do it a little bit differently because it's too hard to see. So this is one super long piece. Now, if you have an area that's kinky and wrinkled like this, avoid that section because no matter how much you press, it's just going to look awful. So for the price of this stuff, which is really cheap, just cut it off. All right, so there is going to be my sleeve. Now, what you do is you want to measure on your arm, like from where you want the sleeve to go. And in this case, this is for the Delilah top. And I wanted it to go for this is how long I decided I wanted the sleeve. So I measure from here to here. Make sure there's extra room on both sides. So if I want to leave some extra room for hooping down here and extra room up there. So I'm actually going to start hooping about this far in. All right, I'm going to set that to the side for 1 sec here. And now I need to cut my stabilizer. So this is my new stabilizer. I left a code for you guys so you could still get a discount on this if you needed this. It's sew and wash. There's different widths, but I even got the bigger width, which isn't too expensive. This one is not the adhesive. It's just regular. But this will work on the big, huge hoop that we love so much. This one I like because it comes in a tube. Yes, you get it at angelawolf.com. And I left you a coupon code. If you're in the Fashion Sewing Club, you know there's a discount. You know where those are. And then if you're a member of Angela Wolf Pattern Group, there's a discount in there too. Okay, see what I'm doing? I'm layering this. This is on the bottom. It feels like fabric, and this is on the top. And I just want to see how much room I'm going to need for the hoop, because I hate wasting, especially stabilizer. We all know how much that is. So it looks like I'm leaving about 1 inch at the bottom for the stabilizer and a couple inches for the tulle. And up on the top side, I'm just going to cut the stabilizer. There you go. Okay, so we're going to hoop both of these pieces together. So underneath, I have the tulle. I have tulle on the top and the sew and wash on the bottom. Layer this. Now I saw my friend Rhonda, if you're on here, hi. Rhonda has really cool freestanding lace designs. And she uses, I believe, 2 layers of this. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But because this is not freestanding lace, it's going to be on the tulle fabric. 1 layer is just fine, at least for the way I like it. All right, make sure you don't have any threads or fabric that's frayed. Looks like that's 1 little fray. So guess what? We're not going to use that part. We're going to slide this down. Make sure I have this the right way. After all that, didn't I just tell you that I wanted the stretch to go this way? Okay, so double check your fabric. There's my stretch. Yes. Goodness gracious. I swear it was a Monday. I think this is the most patient. The time for patience is this. I'm going to unscrew this. And here's the trick. I've seen people use tape and things like that to hold this in place. That's more of a hassle than anything. So just open your hoop enough that this just can slide in without pulling any of the fabric, okay? And then what I do first is I actually pull the stabilizer to make it a little bit tighter. Not the tulle, just the stabilizer first. And make sure that's nice and flat. All right, that looks fine. Now I go back, and you can see the wrinkles here. I'm going to start pulling the tulle fabric, but do it very gingerly. Okay, you can actually, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but I'm just gently sliding this around. The thing is, you don't want any wrinkles on here. Feel the fabric. If you can feel the tulle and it starts getting kind of like wrinkly like this, or any wrinkles at all, then just pull a little bit more. And then as you do that, tighten it a little bit, and then check it again. Now, if this is going to be an ongoing piece of fabric, be very careful when you pull the tulle, because if it rips, now, yes, I did tell you that I wanted 1 inch extra on here, but if you remember, I cut it the wrong way. I should have cut the fabric. Here's the whole bolt. I should have cut my sleeve going this way, not across. I told you I thought it was a Monday. Just to be clear. All right, but it's enough to show you on the demo today. Feels pretty good. And then just one last little tuck everywhere. Let's see how that works. Yeah, looks good. Now, here is going to be your favorite tool. And I have boxes of these that I never used before because I just never really needed to. I always use the scanning feature. But for this, notice how this tells you exactly where, this is where the embroidery can go, all in those grid lines. So if you think that your embroidery is going to go right to the edge here, you're going to have to think again. It goes to the sides, and this is the base area of where it can embroider. Now, if this will also tell me this line right here is the line that I compare to the center of my sleeve. So from my shoulder, turn this light off so it doesn't, from the shoulder down. That's what I use for the guide. So here's my sleeve so you can compare. If I were doing this and cutting the whole sleeve out like I did the dress, then I would use this as this line right here. Now, for this style, for the Delilah, I'm just using a strip of fabric here and a strip of fabric here, and this section here is an entirely different piece. So for this section here, let's see how wide this is. If I were to line this up, I'm going to need to do 2 hoopings because it obviously won't fit. I could probably do 5 in this one, it looks like, safely. Or if I want to make shorter sleeves and I'm in a hurry, then we're just going to make it 4. That's called design embellishment at a time-saving space. So I would have plenty of room to put that design through here and another one through here. So I could actually embroider both sleeves at the same time. The big thing for this is to alter the pattern. It's super simple. You can see my hand through here. There's actually a seam allowance. I think I ripped my tool a little bit. A seam allowance that's added to each side. So once I'm finished with this entire design, I will lay it down, figure out how much space I want it to show because it actually looks like skin. It's kind of cool. And then add a 1/2 inch seam allowance on each side. So I know that I'm going to need at least, let's just measure this. It looks like with the tool on each side, 1, 2 inches. It's about 2 inches. You can see with the whole design and the extra. And then with the 1/2 inch on each side, I'm going to need 3 inches. All right, so let's go to the machine. See if there's anything else over here you guys want to see before I leave. Oh, it's not too messy. Oh yeah, hey, I just got this fabric, you guys. Now, I did not, this is out of my stash. I'm eliminating my stash. And I just measured, I have 6 yards of this. Somebody is going to love this. This is a squirrel moment because I'm going back to the embroidery machine. But check this out. So it has a sheer, a shine to it. See, I'll put a little light on here. I found a whole bolt of this. I can't believe I never used this. So can you see my hand through there? It's a little bit sheer, and this is velvet on the top. But look at, huge stretch. So it's a knit top. So remember the other top that I have where the bell sleeve is at the bottom? This would make an awesome bell sleeve. So I just put this on. I think I called it navy velvet floral. But this would make actually a really nice summer top or a tank top under something. All right, enough of the squirrel. Let's go back to the sewing section. I have my machine all set up and ready for you as long as I don't accidentally bump my hoop on the way back. All right. Oh yes, couple bins still, I know. All right, so I'm going to just set you down here. Make sure you can see okay. Oh, thanks. I thought that fabric was pretty too. Do I ever use 2 layers of tulle? Okay, hold on. I'm going to take a second, read a couple of your comments and questions. That's a Susan Fisher fabric? Is that, you guys are so cute. Okay, do you ever use 2 layers of tulle? Joyce wants to know. Let me see here. And it won't rip easily. You know what? I have not had any problems with the tulle ripping except for what I just showed you on that other top, but that other top has been through a lot because it was through a photo shoot, a couple of different fashion shows, so more wear and tear than normal. And so no, 2 layers of tulle would be too much. I want it to look invisible. But, you know, you're the designer, so you can do anything you want to. I like the way you're thinking, though. All right, can you guys see okay? Okay, good. Oh, yes, embossed fabric. That was the word I was looking for. It's so great hanging out with you guys. You can read my mind, especially when I get something wrong or I can't think of the word. So what I have here, I've already downloaded the designs into the machine. So now these were the designs before I even changed them. Some of them have changed a little bit. And excuse my fingernails, I just took my nail polish off. I'm going to paint them as soon as we hang up. So this is the design for the bottom of that sleeve. Didn't that turn out cool? So keep that in mind, and I'm going to show you how that came about. And you don't have to use those colors. You can use any colors you want. Like, for example, if I click set on here, these are the original colors. You can see how the design, this will actually show you how I pieced everything together. So what we have here are all these flowers. You can see I added them all through here. And I just meticulously put them in place the best I could. Each of these designs could be separate or together. And I love it how it shows you what it's going to embroider. But let me see if I can just play on this a little bit. Color. Okay, this is my favorite feature on here. Well, I have a lot of favorite features, but if you guys have never used Color Shuffle, oh goodness, it's so much fun. So you pick like the main colors you want. Let's go with pink or something like that. Oh, I don't know if let's see. Oh, you know what? It's just going to do it for that one flower, not everything. Let me go back. I'll find a full design and show you because I've already programmed this, so it's not going to work. Let me go back to where all of my designs are. Let's see if it works here. Nope. So much for that idea, right? No, that was my fault. So let me go back and start over with everything. I'm just going to click home because what it's going to do is take my whole piece of embroidery apart, which will be here forever, right? All right, so this was the design that I did on the jeans, but I want to do the one that's on the sleeve. So if I look on here, figure out where all my designs are. I had these divided up for trims for tops, trims for jeans, trims for sleeves, and filler lace. So these are a lot of the designs that you can use to add down your sleeve. So this is the one I used. You can see how tiny that is, and I just added a whole bunch of them. Or what about this one? Make that bigger so you can see. That's a really nice one. I did that through one area, which I'll be showing you guys all this for the next few weeks. But for now, let's just go ahead and put one of these in place. Click set. Now I can use Color Shuffle, I think. Oh, here we go. Put all the whole thing together. Hello, Ange. Come with the program. There's blue. You can change the color solid, or let's go back. See if I can get this. Oh, now I made this all one color. By the way, those of you that don't have a machine where you can just embroider one entire color together, I included all the designs in one monotone color for you, so to make it easier. All right, let's go back and pick out a nice pretty. There we go. Okay, try this again. There we go. Huh. My goodness, I need to start playing with my machine. Oh, chiffon, it would be gorgeous, you guys. I could use organza, but some of the organza is a little bit more stiff. In fact, I'll show you. So there's a whole nother color, and I can flip through and see like, wow, oh, I like that one. So you don't have to be super creative on your colors if you have the color shuffle option. All right, and let's pick a soft color. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that one. Okay, then I'm going to click OK on here. Now, depending on what machine you have, I don't know if you can just do one of these or you can do a whole bunch, but I'm going to do 4 of these. And I'm going to go ahead and put my hoop in here. When you put your hoop in, by the way, make sure that you don't have any tulle underneath. We've all done that many times, I'm sure. I know I'm not the only one that has done that. Okay, so let's see if I can just move this. I don't know how big this is for you guys to see it, but I'm just going to put 3 of these together. And you have options if you're using the Luminaire or the Dream Machine or something like that, where if you just want to move it just a little itty bitty bit, you can do that. What I usually look for is the red box around here and compare where the red box is to the sides. And move this one up. Okay, it looks like that's pretty good. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, if I go to embroidery, and oh, hold on one sec, I'm going to. Now I still have my, you can see this just barely. Can you see the design on there? It's actually showing what the design is going to look, where it's going to be placed. I'm obviously not going to leave this plastic on here, but for now, this is what I do. So I'm giving you a couple tips here. Even if you're just going to do one layer for one sleeve, let's just say you're going to do an entire one sleeve and this is really wide, I would make sure this is lined up in the center of this area here. And then I would know that's going right down the center outside of my sleeve. So if you're, just say you're upcycling a project and you want your design to go right down the outside of the sleeve, this is the line that you would line that up with, okay? If I move this down a little bit, it shows me, again, there you can see it a little bit better. I know that rainbow color comes in here, sorry guys, but what it's showing me is the entire design, if you can see that on my hand. All right, so there's my design. If I decide that I want to do 2 at the same time, I would go back and I can take this entire section, keep them together, click OK, and then multiply. And look, there we go. How easy is that? Now, I think this one's not attached, so that's not going to do that. But one thing that I want to point out, though, let's see if I can just do this again. If I move these over, come on, guys. There. My nails want to be polished. If I move these over, you just want to make sure there's enough room inside of here for your seam allowance. Remember, we need a seam allowance on both of those sides. So if there's not, then what I'll do is I'll just move this over a little bit more. Let's see, I can undo this. Take those 3 and move them over. See all the options just with a click of a mouse. And obviously I'm having like a day of not playing on a machine because I'm forgetting everything. But there's my design. So now I have enough in between there for my seam allowance. I can embroider both of these onto my fabric and then cut it out, and I have both sides of my sleeve, if you know what I mean. So, all right. Amy says, you guys are so funny. Amy says we should have an open house. I agree. Okay, so did you like that? That was like super fun. And this is what you'll end up with when you're finished embroidering. Now, let's talk a little bit about thread. But again, I'm going to have a lot of tutorials on this. This is just a quick rundown. So while I'm teaching in Cleveland at the Sewing Expo, and then next week in Denver, I'll be popping in, of course. We have a live Q&A for Fashion Sewing Club, but you can get started on this. So I added a seam allowance to both sides of this and embroidered both in one hoop. Pretty cool. And then, like I mentioned, if you want to do all one color, the designs are included in there with just all one color, or you can hit the button if you've got that. Amy says, I should have an open house. I should. I haven't done that yet. Well, I got to like get everything organized after Monday. But you know, maybe this summer we'll have to do that. Just an open house where you guys can come by and say hi. If I do that, I'll let you know. I was going to teach here this year, but then I booked so many events and I didn't have everything set up yet. So that's why. Yes, Lynn, I'm teaching you how to use the Luminaire, although I'm teaching myself at the same time. You know, it's so weird because the Luminaire is so similar to the Dream Machine, but the things are in different places. Now, I have to say, it's similar, but very different. I love that one feature of, hold on, let me move you guys this way. I'll get this out of your way. I love that feature, by the way, of the projector. That is cool. You have to admit that's cool. Yeah, I know. Can you sew the, can you, Amy, I'm guessing that's serge because we know how much we love spell check with sewing terms. Can you serge the tulle and knit seams together? Yes, you can. So let me show you what I have here. And also, how do you go about removing your stabilizer? Put it in the wash. Angela, great question. And Mary Helen said, I can't wait for my CD to arrive. Okay, so first off, before we go any further, I want to mention this. I thought that we were getting CDs, but we're not. So let me just take you back here. Hold on one sec. I'm going to show you, take you guys with me. It's a little bit different. Well, you can have a CD, but that's not what I got. So let me bring this back up. Okay. You on there? Okay, guys, here you go. So yes, the post office took it out today. So we're going back to the shipping area. Whoa, hey, there's my safe. How do you like that? That is all storage, boxes. I know I'll lose a signal in there. And this thing, this honker is a huge safe. if we ever get, you know, in a dire situation, you all can come over and fit in here. But anyway, so this is the shipping area. As you've seen, it looks a little bit scary right now because I've got all these new mini clappers that's going to Joe in Cleveland. I'm not putting stickers on these anymore, by the way. These are too tiny, and I don't want the risk of you guys rubbing them off. So if you ever order a clapper and you want them signed, just let me know, and I'll sign them. But here is the new, I ordered a ton of these, and I think I'm only going to have a handful left to bring with me to the next shows, so I'll have to order some more. So this is how it comes. And it's just a small booklet. Inside, which I can't open because there's a gold seal in there, there's directions on how to download the Delilah pattern, and you get a download code, which, to be honest with you, I was pretty happy about that. Simply because of the fact that I don't have a CD player in any of my computers anymore. So there's the back cover. So if somebody that I just sent everything to wanted a CD instead, then don't open it, call me, and I will send you a CD instead. All right, I know that's a pain, but I think that you'll like this better, and you'll have a code that you can use anytime. I mean, so if you move computers or whatever, you'll still be able to get that. So just so you know, I'm so glad you mentioned that because I had a big note. I didn't want to market everything incorrectly, and I was so adamant about wanting digital designs, so we have them. But that's what everybody's getting. So, but it's coming in the mail, and you have a code in there to download. So if your computer dies or something later you need, it's no problem at all. I thought that would be better. So if that's not what you want, you guys, and you get your envelope in the mail, call me, and I'll figure something else out. So Katrina says you should burn mark the clapper. I was going to do that, but it's like $2 a piece, and the clappers are already expensive because it's a hard maple. It's not just an oak. All right, so let's go back to this shirt real quick. Oh, Barbara says, I know. The CDs are obsolete, and if they scratch, which I have some that scratched, they're a nightmare. So I hope you guys are happy with that. If not, you call me and I will take it back. Just don't open that gold seal. That's the big thing. Okay. Oh, bye, Sandy. Enjoy your appointment. Great to see you. All right, so last thing, and then I'm going to let you guys go. For this is the stabilizer. When you're all finished. So I did not learn this on my own. It's a little secret. Deborah Jones had the best idea because I could rinse that forever and it would not go away. Now the stabilizer that I have put my name on is the same as oh my gosh, I just forgot the name. I'll think of it. It's soft. It rinses away with hot water. Really nice. Really nice. You can have a Win brand for him too. I agree. But you have to use hot water. So the key is to hold this up away from the bottom of the sink. So you don't want this down in the sink while you're rinsing. And then it's just the whole thing is going to get gooky because you're watching basically like glue go away. But after I rinse it, I take the entire piece of tulle or sheer fabric or whatever and put it in a bowl with Downy fabric softener. And I let it soak in hot water with Downy. Maybe, well, Deborah Jones says she uses 1 portion Downy to 12 water. I use like half and half. Because I think it's faster. It smells good, and Downy's not that expensive. Buy it at Costco. No, it's not Floriani, Carrie. It's, oh gosh, I'll think of it. Audrey, what's a clapper? We'll get back to that. It's not Floriani, and it's not R&K, either of those. It's a different one. Exquisite. Hello. Yeah, it's exquisite. So that's what I've been using. I love it. So it rinses away great. So, all right. After you put it in the Downy, I let it sit for like maybe, I don't know, a half an hour or something like that. Or if I'm working on projects, I just let it sit there. Kind of like when you put yogurt on your face. You just walk around the house for like a couple of hours. Yeah, but that's beside the point. All right. And then I rinse the entire thing out again. And then I put it in the washer and run it through the wash. I do not put it in the dryer until it's all rinsed and I make sure that there are no shiny pieces. And you'll know what I'm talking about if you've ever had shiny pieces on your tulle, because it actually won't come out. If you heat it or press it, it won't come out. So if that makes sense, you have to try it a little bit, but use hot water. You guys heard the story a few weeks ago that I did this. The shower is great, a great place for it because the water pressure is really good, more so than most sinks, but just try it. Yeah. Exquisite. Yep, you got it, Pam. Thank you. Yeah. So they gave me the opportunity to put my name on it, so then you'll know what I'm using. So I hope that helps. And plus I have a whole stash of stabilizer now, right? Arnell says she loves her mini clapper. Thank you, Tracy. Amy, you took Downy fabric softener to take down your wallpaper in your sewing room. Don't you remember my wallpaper story last year? Oh my gosh, our whole... Well, Win came to the rescue again. He's always getting me out of trouble. My creative mind gets me in a lot of time crunches and a lot of problems. Wallpaper is one of them. All right, so that's how you get the stabilizer out. There was one more question that you guys asked. What was that? On the tulle. Oh, why don't I use organza? All right, come with me. Or can you just see me for a second? Just follow. I'll be right back. All right? I have a whole bolt of organza. Okay, this is organza. See how it's a little bit stiffer than, per se, the tulle. The tulle's softer on the arm. This, if I were to wrap around my arm, now for bridal or something like that, this would be fine. But I like the tulle because it's see-through and it looks invisible. This looks invisible too, but not so much. So there's nothing wrong with doing organza. I love silk chiffon though. This just went on the website too. I already discounted it and I gave you a coupon code because I'm downsizing my fabric stash. So when it's gone, it's gone. I think I only had 6 yards of each of those, maybe 10 yards of a few of the others. So don't delay or you'll be disappointed because I'm not ordering any more of that kind. I'm ordering more fabric. Are you kidding me? It's my favorite thing to do. Jane, me too. My husband cringes when I say I've been thinking. I think so. Okay, so a couple quick things. I will be in Atlanta, and so will many of you. So hold on, I have to give one more thing because a ton of you are joining. I mean, not Atlanta, Cleveland. This is what happens when you travel too much. You don't remember what planet you're even on. But 2 more trips and summer vacation, right? My glasses are filthy, but so I've decided to add on this weekend in Cleveland 2 times where if any of the Facebook group wants to join or you guys want to do a meet and greet, it'll be at the show, so it'll be in between your classes. Let's see. Friday, here's the schedule. Now, if you're taking any classes with me, you're going to be in room 11 all day Friday and all day Saturday. I love it, though, when they put me in the same room. So thank you, Chris, because then I don't have to haul all my suitcases. So Friday schedule, I'm teaching all morning. We've got a pattern hat class at 8:30 to 10. That's bring coffee. Definitely bring coffee. Then from 10:30 to 11:30 is embellishing fabrics with embroidery and applique. 11:30, I'm running to the fashion show floor because we will have a fashion show. Did I lose you? I think it froze. Janet, okay, am I back? Sorry about that. I have no idea what happened there. Okay, I paused. Janet, I was sure I missed something in Atlanta. Yeah, well, if I went to Atlanta this week, we all would have. Okay, so tips for sewing jeans that afternoon, but the fashion show is at noon, and the fashion show will last about an hour, 45 minutes, actually, 45 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes. It depends how fast the girls change, but that's at noon on Friday. So immediately after, I'm going to grab something to eat there at the venue. So meet at the fashion show, or if you're in class, meet right after the fashion show, and let's try to grab a table and we can sit and have lunch together. I think that would be great. And if there's no place to have lunch together, somebody bring almonds and we can sit and find our own spot. So that's Friday. So meet me at the fashion show stage at 12 or 12:30. Sharon. Oh, I'll fix it, Sharon. Sorry about that. I can see your comment in there. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm hitting too many screens. All right, so then on Saturday, here's the thing for Saturday. Teaching at 9, how to start your own business. Then 12:30, tips for sewing designer jeans. And then at 2 o'clock, learn to sew knits. So there's going to be a pretty good break between 10 and 12:30. So from 10 until about 11:30, I will be in the booth. And the booth that I'm in is the Martha Pullen booth. I will post it in our Facebook group so you know where that is, but that's just so you know. So that's on Friday. All right. I mean, that's on Saturday. So Friday's fashion show, Saturday is at the booth. If you guys have any questions, just leave a message on Facebook because I'll leave this schedule for you. All right. And then the last thing is next week. Let's see if I can bring this up here. If you want to go, make sure you either sign up or go on the waiting list. I don't know what days are full, but at the Rocky Mountain Sewing in Denver, which I'm trying to figure out, for those of you who live in Denver, I'm debating if I should stay on 16th or 17th Street, or is it going to be too loud downtown? Because there's really no hotels out by the event, which is in Sheridan. And it says it's only 8 miles from the city, which would be about a half an hour. So if anybody has advice on that, I would love to hear it. But, all right, so Rocky Mountain, there's a 2-day event where it's hands-on. You'll spend about 3 hours with me in my class. Then you'll be in Lewis's class, Lewis Carney, who makes awesome stuff. You're going to learn about stabilizer and a few other things. There's shopping, lunch. And then on Saturday is an all-day event with me where it's all lecture, but I will be showing you a lot of my garments up close and telling you how I made them and how to embellish them. So all kinds of fun. So that's that. And then the contest. The last thing, if you go to angelawolf.com, and be patient because the website takes like a minute to load, but in 2 weeks it should be all fixed or less. But I'm just saying 2 weeks to give myself a little bit of time. AngelaWolf.com. And if you look at the blog post, the first one that you go down to, it shows the link to the contest. You have until midnight tonight to win my embroidery designs and the software from Dime. The lace software, which is an awesome giveaway. So that lace software is like $500. My lace designs are $79, so you're looking at a pretty good giveaway there. I would have to say an awesome giveaway. So go ahead and enter that, and then I will be drawing tomorrow. I will go live. I originally said noon, but I'm not going to go live until about 4 o'clock because I have to drive to Cleveland tomorrow, unless I fly. But either way, I still won't be there till 4. So tomorrow I will do the drawing, but then everyone who's in the Fashion Sewing Club, you will automatically be input into another giveaway for another embroidery package, both the software and my designs that I will draw the 1st of May when Eileen comes into our group and shows us how to use the software. So if you've been thinking about joining the Fashion Sewing Club, now would be the time because you're just automatically entered if you're in the club. I thought that would make it easy on you. All right, so do you guys have any more questions? We always, Cindy says you always stay downtown Denver. Where though? I mean, because there's like, I either go Marriott or Hilton. There were a few different options, but I don't know. Hopefully. Debbie says entered. Sorry, other Wolfpack ladies, but I'm going to win. I like your attitude. Oh gosh, that's so cute. All right. Leslie, great to see you. Well, guys, I will pop in and check your comments. Which website shows the fabric? Oh, that is Angela Wolf. Well, if you go to angelawolf.com and click on shop, that's where you can go. But here's another one. So you can see it. It's angelawolfpatterns.com. So angelawolf.com will take you there. But if you want to go straight there, it's angelawolfpatterns.com. That's my e-commerce site. I will not be live next Wednesday, but for those in the Fashion Sewing Club, I think it's Monday. I don't remember what time, maybe 3 o'clock p.m. We're doing our members only live Q&A. So especially those that are going to join over the weekend, make sure that you join that. That's a lot of fun, and I will see you there on Monday. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Leave comments. I will check these later, and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you, Angie. I'm going to have a great time in Denver. Bye, you guys.